Que paso? What's the deal, people?
What's up?
We are back for session 3.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Session 3, dog.
Okay.
This is the smoke sessions. Daily smoke sessions. And I am Big Ruck.
Brother Jam.
Your boy Bishop.
Yo, man, we just finna have some real good talk. We finna discuss some movies and some other things. So, what's up, man?
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all coming on and checking out the new content. Hope y'all enjoying it. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if you like what we're doing, leave us a comment, let us know. Or if there's something you'd like for us to talk about, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you'd like to talk about.
Absolutely.
We definitely want to hear from y'all and see what things y'all might be interested in. Because it might be something new for us. We definitely are not just here to make suggestions on what you might be looking at or watching, but we want to hear from y'all and see what everybody thinks. So man, please leave a comment down below.
Most definitely, because y'all could tell us a movie or something like that, or a song, you know, whatever it is, and now we got something new to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So
I got one that's gonna catch you off guard today, man.
Say what?
Okay, so today we talking about movies that we want to watch that are coming out. So we're talking about upcoming.
Yeah.
And I know if you like me, if you're a fan of movies, you like going to the movie theater, which, Lord, I can't wait till going back to the movie theaters like it used to be.
I know, for real.
Jesus.
For real.
But all of that to say, I get excited when it's, the movie trailers come out and all this kind of stuff. That ever since I was a kid, that just geeks me.
Right.
And I love trying to figure out what the movie's about from the trailer. Of course, they're going to tell you a certain amount.
Right.
But I like that kind of stuff too. But I got a couple movies I think that's going to catch you off guard.
Cool.
I'm going to let you go first, though. Go ahead and hit me.
Okay, well, before we get all the way into it, we were just having a conversation before.
Oh, you want to go back to that?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So we were talking about the last Godzilla versus King Kong movie.
Yeah.
And because Bobby had let us know that there's a new one getting ready to come out, or
a new.
They're making another one.
Yeah, they're trying to continue the franchise.
Okay,
so it is in line with that. It's directly connected to this movie that just came out, the Godzilla, King Kong vs. Godzilla.
From the info that I got, they want to continue. They're thinking about doing another King Kong as far as the inverted Earth or the.
Oh, okay. The hollow Earth thing.
The hollow Earth theory.
Yeah.
Okay. That could definitely be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was just saying that the third installment in that series, the King Kong versus Godzilla, was what, as far as us as monster movie fans.
Right.
That's what we wanted.
That's all we wanted, man.
All we wanted was a movie where monsters fought.
That's it.
You got more of that in the second one than you got in the first one, but to me it was still too much about the people.
Nobody goes to a Godzilla or King Kong movie to see people. Why would that's the dog? Come on,
man.
I don't want to see them talk. My bad.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost get emotional about that. Nobody go to see. I want to see monsters fight.
Yeah, but if you understand, even with the original Godzilla, it was still interaction with people.
Right. Don't get me wrong.
But the way they did it was
that's
the people
cool,
added to the movie, not taking away from the movie.
Exactly. And not only did they add to the movie, they weren't the main focus. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, what people were doing was not the main focus of the movie.
And that was what was wrong with the first one. The first one, all they did was focus on the actual people. And I'm like, you literally got to see Godzilla, like, I think it was like a total of like 4 minutes or some shit in the whole movie. Like, really, like clear, not just like his scales going through the water or some shit, but actual full body monster you only got to see for like 4 or 5 minutes in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's ridiculous.
But that last one was so awesome.
Hey, man.
when they did Mechagodzilla, I was proud of that.
I really appreciated that.
The storyline was so dope. The way they incorporated Mechagodzilla and
what's his name?
Not I'm gonna say
Gamora. Is it Gamora?
Gamora is the turtle, right?
No, that's actually a whole different franchise.
Right.
But, no, you mean King Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
Or Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, however you want to say it.
Yeah, Ghidorah. I knew it was something with a G.
Because they used to have them. They used to have the big boy fights back in the day.
Yeah, that was one of those. Like when you saw one of those movies come on, Godzilla versus him, you was like, okay, let's go.
On a Saturday afternoon too. Hell yeah.
And they combined them two. Come on, man.
Dude, that's why I was like, okay, wait, what? I gotta give it to him. That to me was like one of the best ways to make Mechagodzilla really kind of seem more plausible.
Yeah.
You know,
drink, my brother?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
man.
cool,
I'm
cool.
good.
Keep talking, man. I'm listening.
But yeah, it was just one of those things where that part to me made the whole thing just like, okay, y'all really just went above and beyond. You know, so it's Mechagodzilla, yeah, but it's really Ghidorah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is Ghidorah resurrected, and that was a plot twist I did not expect them to throw in, but I was so happy that they did, man.
That movie was very well thought out, dog.
I mean,
you could tell that they weren't just writers; they had to be fans of the movie or the franchise too. You know what I'm saying?
And really, if you planning on continuing the franchise, that's the kind of story you have to tell.
Right.
Because otherwise, what's gonna happen is you're gonna write yourself into a damn corner. But now they have literally all these open-ended things that they can do with the characters, because now you got this whole, like Bobby was saying, you got this whole Hollow Earth thing with King Kong. Godzilla's still around, and there's still a whole pool of old school monsters you could draw from and have come up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they wanted to cross, universes. Get Gamera. I remember, back in the day, there was Godzilla versus Gamera.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm a fan of Gamera. I used to love that fucking turtle.
Me too.
A turtle that flies and shoots flames out of
Me too. I was
his
a huge
like,
fan.
wow,
Dude,
that's an idea there.
Actually, he was my second favorite after Godzilla.
Right. And
easily.
I got pet turtles.
Say word.
Because of Gamera. And when I got them, I used to take.
He got wings.
Put them on I used to hold their little shells like this,
funny.
and I'd be spinning them around like.
Stop! You could have got rich.
Oh,
about it.
Them spinner things.
Right. He was the first person to do it.
We could have called it spin turtles.
Turtle spinners.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah, man.
Spurtles.
Man,
now wait,
you know what I want to see though? I know this might be corny, but I want to see another Godzilla movie. Like I want to see Godzuki, dog.
See, okay.
Yeah.
I love Godzuki.
I'm glad you said that, because, like, okay, if they were to do that now, because see, back in the old day, you remember Godzuki was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
You know, but if they were to do that now, I think Godzuki could be done well.
Say word.
They could put a midget in a costume. So.
I think it would be a wonderful movie if they do it right, man.
I think it could be. And I mean, who knows?
But
because
oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, if you think about it, one of the things that they could do with that franchise is let Godzilla maybe pass,
right, and it keeps going.
And
they, you know what? You never know. They may do that, because I don't see Godzilla ever going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he's a creature, so he can last. He can live for however long anyway.
I mean, if you watch that Godzilla series that they have on Netflix, now that takes Godzilla in a whole nother direction. I don't know if did you ever get a chance to watch it?
It's like way in the future.
I know you watched it.
It's like way in the future.
But
I didn't see that.
Okay,
so it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
now.
it's on Netflix.
I will be
okay, and it's like these. So basically, Godzilla appeared on Earth.
How did I not know that was a Godzilla movie?
It's animated.
It's animated too?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
And it's really good, dude. It's really good.
It's cell animated, so it's nice.
So in this one,
Okay, I got.
So when Godzilla appears, he basically is unstoppable, and he is not just attacking other monsters. He is literally dominating the planet, and he generates a field around him that if he stays in an area too long, it starts to even convert other organisms to be like him.
Damn.
So basically, humanity figures out there's no way we can stop him.
Yeah.
So they left the planet, figuring if they stayed going long enough, he would go back to sleep and maybe they could come back.
Right.
Or maybe they could, come up with weapons that, in the meantime, that might be able to stop him.
Yeah.
So this is thousands and thousands of years in the future, and humanity is coming back to Earth after being gone all this time, and they're, trying to see, okay, what's up with Godzilla.
Yeah.
And when they arrive, they fucking wake him up.
They wake him up.
Yeah,
Because there's no people on the planet anymore. So.
Oh, so that noise.
But so much of the life on Earth has turned into monstrous kind of forms because he's been the dominant life form on the planet for so long.
Right.
And
approximately how long did they leave? Did they say?
They do give numbers in the show, but I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched.
The way they explained it was when man left, and it was some type of warp drive or something.
Yeah.
And when they were coming back, they kind of got displaced. And like, oh, we're supposed to be coming back in, say, 1,000 years, but we got back. It's been 20,000 years.
Yeah,
it was that type of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been a long period of time. They were gone way longer than what they intended to.
The only thing I'll say about that, and I know it's a cartoon, I'm probably thinking too deep, but I would think if they were going to do something like that, they would leave a way. They would figure out a way to monitor the planet.
It's the radiation that got.
You know what I'm saying? If you have the ability to get away like that, and say I am going to go somewhere else for a really long time, and then we're going to come back. If you have that type of technology, then you should have the technology to go, but I'm going to leave this device here so I can see and monitor what's going on.
But you had to think about the kind of distances that you'd be talking about. Even if you set, like, say, a satellite that can monitor the planet, any signal that it sends, even if it's traveling at light speed, could, depending on how far you've gone out, can take thousands of years to actually reach you, or hundreds of years potentially to actually reach you. And that's if it doesn't encounter something in between you and it that completely distorts it or wipes it out.
Right, most definitely.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying, and it seems like that would be a given, but in that situation, depending on the distances involved, it may not be, even though we might have the technology to be able to travel that far, set in that future, doesn't mean we'd have the communications ability to be able to go that distance.
I feel what you're saying, but I don't know, man. I just think that if humans decided we have enough technology to leave the planet because we cannot, there's no other alternative for us right now.
Right.
We have to get away from that. So we're gonna go away for a really long time, and then we're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the type of thinking you have to think about that.
Right.
And think that far in the future that you're going to come back. You obviously are already thinking this is going to be like
extended period of time.
This is not going to be 100, 200 years.
We talking thousands of years.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have the capability at that point to already know where you're going to go, because they knew where they were going, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
I mean, there was something that happened that caused them to be gone longer than they originally intended, but they knew where they were headed. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
It just wound up being up being more time. And
so if they knew that and they knew where they went, that meant that they have the ability to see or some kind of way
watch it on Netflix.
Tell what the environment is on that planet that they went to.
Yeah.
Right? So that means they have a way to monitor it.
I don't remember if they went to a planet.
No, they were still in the ship. And
they built a generational ship.
Oh, so they stayed on the ship the whole time.
They were running out of resources.
Okay.
And they were running out of resources.
That was the main reason that they had to come back to Earth, is because they was.
It's just they didn't realize the time difference.
Some kind of time dilation thing happened.
The radiation that Godzilla was giving off was affecting the whole planet.
Yeah.
And then the Godzilla they left, say the Godzilla in the.
But you know what? I would still think even, and this is just me projecting now, like I would think that if you know that you're gonna stay on that ship the whole time, then you wouldn't go that far from Earth. Because what would be the point?
They thought he was gonna die off at a certain point, but they were mistaken.
But that doesn't answer the question I'm asking. Think about it.
Right.
If you're leaving Earth because you're waiting to see if he dies off or whatever the case is, right? And you know you're gonna stay on that ship the whole time, then why would you go that far from Earth?
I don't remember if there was a reason given as to why.
That's why I was thinking they went to another planet.
Yeah, no, because if you think about it, if you found another planet, then there's no reason to come back.
It was true. It was almost like an arc for them. It was like we got to get the hell off this planet. Godzilla's just fucking up everything. But the Godzilla that they left on the planet and then came back to is not the same Godzilla that they left.
That they returned to. Yeah, that's
what
he evolved. That's what they didn't count on. He grew.
Yeah,
way
bigger.
He
and evolved.
He got bigger and stronger, and so they left with a problem. But they came back to a worse problem.
And then Ghidorah somehow showed up in the show. But
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, don't tell me no more.
Then it became about religion and other shit.
This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good, dog. Yo, man.
I think it's about 3 years old, about 2.
It's been out for a minute.
I can't believe I never ran across that.
Really?
It's been like about 2 years old.
Yeah, man. If y'all get a chance to watch it on Netflix, it's Godzilla. If I remember, it's in 3 parts, right? There's 3 seasons of it.
Yeah.
But check it out. It's really good. It's a little bit slow, and there are some parts of it where they go a little overboard, in my opinion, with some of the science talk. But that's the mildest negative I can give, because it's a really pretty good show.
I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, so definitely check it out if you got some time to kill and looking for something to watch on Netflix.
All right, what else we talking about? What other movies coming out? What we got?
Man, let me see.
Other than Marvel.
For right now, I got. There's a movie coming out called The Woman King. It's with Viola Davis. And
okay, I remember that.
What's that chick's name? She was in Black Panther. Lupita, no, the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah,
Lupita. I'm not gonna even attempt to insult her by butchering her last name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Very beautiful, black actress. Lupita's her first name, and she's African. I know that. Right. But those are the two of the biggest stars in the movie. Well, not two of the biggest stars. Actually, it's a pretty. It's called The Woman King. And it's based off of these actual female warriors in history in Africa that fought off this French army.
That's so appropriate.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, because I follow Viola Davis on Instagram, and I hadn't heard of the movie, but she posted up a little promo video. It wasn't an actual trailer, but it's like a promo video.
Yeah.
Dude, when I'm
dope.
telling you, they got the sisters in the costumes, the full blown, warrior outfits with their spears, and these sisters they're one of the inspirations for like stories about Amazons, because they were real hardcore female warriors, and when I saw this I was like, oh man, and I she may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I love Viola Davis, man.
Me too, man.
Ooh.
Me too, man. And it's sometimes like she plays different roles. She's an actress,
right?
She's a damn good one. And sometimes she actually looks very, very fucking sexy, man. I've seen movies where I'm like, wow. And then I see other movies and I'm thinking, how did I think she was sexy?
Right.
I mean, you not to disrespect her, because she's always a
but
beautiful, but you understand.
But it's like we was talking about, who was that we were talking about? How Denzel did in Malcolm X.
Right.
He morphed into that.
Right.
Denzel looks nothing like Malcolm X. But she does the same thing. It's just like she's not playing a live or a representation of a real person.
Right.
She's doing it with the character that she's playing. And if that look fits the role, she takes that on. She becomes that.
Man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But on a given day, you see her walking down the street. Man, ain't no way I pass up that sister.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Her and Felicia Rashad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
those older women who they have this sex appeal about them, man. They just exude sexy woman, but sexy black woman. You get that? You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Yeah, but let's see. It's set to come out in September of 2022. Yeah. So you got a long ways to go. But the director is Gina Prince Bythewood. Yeah. And so let's see. Oh man, it's got John. What's his name? Boyega.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be in.
Which one is he?
He was in the Star Wars movies, the most recent ones.
The pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I like him too. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be one of those movies that's probably going to wind up getting a lot of critical acclaim. I don't know how well it might do box office wise, but I could definitely see it getting a lot of good reviews and maybe like winning some awards and stuff like that.
Oh snap!
So go. What's one of yours?
So this one is going to be one of the ones that I doubt that we have
in common.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is called Moonfall.
That's one of my backups.
Are you for real?
For real, dude.
That's one of them brothers.
That's one of my That's one of my backups, nigga. I had that one. Matter of fact, I had that one on my list and I bumped it for another one. That's how it became a backup.
Hey man, that movie looked like it's
off
dude.
The
chain,
that movie looks like it's gonna be dope. Man.
It's something happens that something knocks the moon off its natural course.
Okay, did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, so did you see that part at the end where they crash into the moon and go in it?
Yes.
And it's hollow?
Yes.
The hollow moon theory.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So we finna get into some whole
hollow moon theory.
This movie finna be off the chain. Listen. The first time I saw the trailer, I wasn't really paying attention. So I look 1 minute and I see like destruction on Earth, right?
Right.
I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I hear, maybe explosion or something, whatever. I look back and I see like the moon is like very, very close to Earth.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay.
What?
Okay. So I finished doing what I was doing and now I'm really paying attention. So I glance back and I see them in this ship and they're going through all of this stuff, and then at the end of it, they fly into this big, like, looks like
Yeah.
Some type of space station, but it's huge.
Right, and there was like rings.
Yeah, it was like
that were like
rings.
moving around each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And they fly into it, and I'm like, okay, dog. I gotta see this. This is finna get into other life forms. You know what I'm saying? Because they're leaving Earth. This is their first time out there.
And if you think about it, no, I it's gonna fucking come back. I know it is. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Hey man.
Yeah, man. I think this movie is gonna be really, really dope.
Yeah.
Now, there's so much they can get into. This is they can touch on, man. Cause think about it. They have to, whatever it is, even if it's just one, there has to be an alien body.
There has to be.
They're going to come in contact with.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say, is that if you look at it, the way the Earth and the Moon is set up in our solar system is odd in our solar system. We're the only planet that only has one moon, and no other planet has a moon as large as our moon in comparison to the planet itself.
Okay.
So that's just
that I didn't know.
That part is just in and of itself. The chances of those two things happening are like astronomical. But that's the system we currently have set up here on Earth, and that is part of the reason why life can exist in the way it does.
Right.
So people have always wondered how did it wind up being just this and this and that, and the perfect combination of things.
Right.
So you're going into that.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't want to, you going into that.
Yeah.
You going into trying to come up with a good explanation for that. And I'm like, okay, I'm interested now. Yeah. So I was when I saw that trailer, and especially that part at the end, I was like, oh. Look it up online. It's called Moonfall.
Moonfall, man.
Check out the trailer.
And earlier, if you saw me when I went, oh, like that, and I was looking down, because it actually came out already.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Animation?
On the 4th.
Nah.
No, it's live action.
Like, oh, okay.
It came out on the 4th.
I like spaceships.
So, what I suggest is let's go
see it
and watch the movie, my brother.
We'll have to do that.
Yes,
Yes.
for what?
It's work related.
It's work related.
Yeah.
Bootleg that shit.
Come over here and watch it with Los on bootleg.
Try to sit in the front so I don't buy your head walking by and shit.
All right, cool. We make that happen.
Yeah. We gotta go check that out, man. That's gonna be dope, man.
All right.
It's gonna be dope. Okay, so
I got one for you. Now this one, I know you're not gonna. I know y'all not gonna be on it, but trust me, it's called A Writer's Odyssey. Okay, that's the name of the movie. It's a Chinese movie. Okay, basically this author, he's a writer, and he's writing this epic like fantasy story. And of course, being Chinese, it's like Chinese mythology kind of stuff.
Right.
And he's fighting some kind of evil demon king and blah 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 blah. His main character.
Right.
But what starts happening is his reality and what he's writing about start to fuse into one. And so he's crossing back and forth in between the real world and his world.
Gotta see
and some pieces of those things are crossing over along with him.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's Chinese. It's a Chinese live action movie. And because it's like the visuals is going to be like Chinese mythology, there's dragons, there's energy being thrown around.
Yeah.
Dude, when I'm telling you, the trailer alone, it had me. I was like, okay, I want to see this.
Good choice.
I want to see this. So yeah, be sure and check that out. It's called A Writer's Odyssey.
Good choice. So
hit me.
I didn't see the first one of these.
Okay.
Even though I wanted to, but for some reason I've never seen it. Now, I have an even better reason to go watch it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Part 2. Oh well, I don't even know if it's part 2. It might be part 3. Come to think of it. But Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I want to see that.
I haven't seen part 2 of that either, although I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty good. I actually like those more than I like the regular Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
The regular Harry Potter movies to me was kind of irritating after a while.
Yeah, after a while, right.
But the Fantastic Beasts series, I dig that a lot more. Yeah. So
yeah, man, that's true about the Harry Potter stuff. I can't. Well, I guess it ultimately would have been irritating, but I think it's just for me. I just got it was more the same thing all the time.
Right. By the time they got to the last two movies, I'd lost interest. I never even watched them. Man. I never even watched them.
Well, yeah. You're right. I was automatically I started thinking about a different movie to tell you what that was. But yeah, you're right, man. I did too. Yeah. The movie that my mind just jumped to for some reason was the story of Small. Who was that?
That'd be.
That was part 3 of. Was it part? That was part 3, right?
Oh, from
that'd be Lord of the Rings.
That's the Hobbit. That's the Hobbit story.
Yeah, that was number 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the third one.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, now that was a good dragon movie.
Absolutely loved it, dog.
And I'm sure you probably remember the old animated cartoon version of that from back in the day.
Yes, I do.
See, watching that cartoon back in the day made me go read the book. So when I read that whole little animated Hobbit series, I remember watching those cartoons as a kid. Yeah. And when I got into high school and I started getting into books, it made me think, oh yeah, this is based on a book. Yeah. Let me go find it. And I found it at the library.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know anything about it until I saw the cartoon and he actually showed me the book. I'm like, oh, this is damn, wow, really?
Yeah. And what's interesting to me is that my oldest, she got into reading kind of fantasy novels and stuff like I read. And she recently was like, matter of fact, for Christmas, she was like, I want these books. It was the Silmarillion, which is some of the books that Tolkien wrote in that same world, but they like take place, I think, before the Lord of the Rings stuff. Okay. So it's like back when Gandalf was young and that kind of stuff. Okay. You know. Okay. So he wasn't never young. Because the thing I found out interesting too is Gandalf isn't human.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a different race.
You learned that by reading this.
Yeah, it explains it more in those like prequels kind of.
So he's a different race, like the elves are.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and is his race like predetermined to have like magical abilities?
Yeah, like pretty much. That's like their natural state of being. Of course, you have some who are more powerful than others, but yeah.
Do they all become wizards? Or are they just magical people?
That I don't. I think they're just magical, but I don't know if they all become, like Gandalf and what's your boy, that other wizard, Saruman.
Yeah. Saruman.
Because Sauron is the big bad, but Saruman is the other wizard. Yeah, I forgot it. Yeah. But yeah, that's an interesting world. I couldn't go too deep into that one though. I read the main story. I read The Hobbit and I read the Fellowship of the Ring series, and that was as far as I could go.
Yeah. See, I didn't read all of the books.
Oh, really?
But I did see all of the movies. Yeah. Right? And the books that I did read, of course, the movie never does it justice, but the movies were pretty good.
Oh yeah, they did a good job with the movies.
The movies were really, really pretty good, man. Like, there's how that goes, man. Normally, movie adaptations of books, the movies always suck compared to the books.
Let's not talk about Aragon.
Right. But they did a pretty good job, man.
Yeah, they did a decent job on those. Okay.
I was digging it. So is it my turn or your turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Now, this one we may start running into more similarities. I thought Moonfall was gonna be one of them, but
okay.
We do think alike.
Actually, I forgot about Moonfall, but yeah.
Say word. Morbius.
Oh hell yes! Can't wait.
See, I didn't have that one on my list, but I thought about it. Yeah. I thought about that one because I was like, but I didn't put it on my list because I figured you would have it on yours.
Say word.
Oh hell yeah!
See,
But
Morbius opens up
so many things.
stuff, dog.
And they getting ready to bring Blade back too?
That's one of the many things.
Dude.
Yes,
And
dog.
Craven the Hunter.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
what are y'all doing? You what
See,
don't play. Just go ahead and tell me.
See, listen, man. You know that I'm DC and Marvel.
Right.
More Marvel and
But
DC.
Marvel
Killing it right now.
is bitch slapping DC like on a regular basis, dog. Like DC got a real good uppercut with the Snyder cut.
Okay.
And then they got they floored them. They actually knocked them. They hit the canvas
They
on
got
the
right
Joker.
back, but they got right back up.
They hit the canvas on the Joker. Because the Joker, that movie, that was not even just a regular comedy. That was one of the best movies, period.
Sure enough.
That shit was,
Yeah.
that nigga's acting. Hey, man.
You talking about the one with
Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Say, man.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Jonathan,
Man.
I gotta take the hood off.
You seen it?
Say,
Nah, I
man.
haven't seen it.
Say, man. That, I suggest you see that above anything
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Anything. Like
Even I gotta get
nothing's
my hands
even
on that bitch.
close.
That was a beautiful movie.
Nothing's
was
even
good.
close, Jonathan. Look at me in my eyes. dog. Say, man.
And I'm
That
Marvel
movie,
versus DC,
the Joker.
but I gotta get that.
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like I said,
There's not a DC or Marvel movie that's fucking with that.
Team Marvel.
Story wise.
But okay,
Story wise.
I'll take that.
Acting wise.
You know, if it's coming from you,
Nothing.
I consider it high praise. But at the same time, I've said before, DC has burned me.
Yeah.
So when it comes to DC movies, I'm real reluctant to branch out. But
Oh, no, why-
And I
but-
understand.
Right.
I understand.
Yeah,
but getting y'all feedback
But
on
peep
stuff.
this. That
fucking
movie
Yeah.
That shit
looks, feels, smells, tastes nothing like anything they have ever done.
Yeah.
Ever. The closest thing would be the Batman Trilogy.
Okay.
The
Okay.
closest thing.
Okay.
And that's not even up there yet. In terms of quality of that movie, the
Okay.
acting, the story,
The story got me.
say, man,
I would
you're
put
gonna
it-
see Joker in a whole different light.
Yeah, I would put it to you this way, Jonathan. You know, I understand there's movies and stuff and Marvel, but Joker was just a movie about this dude that we know is the Joker. Like, oh my god,
With mental health and all.
That was a
Yeah,
beautiful movie, man. Really, I mean, that was the shit.
That shit
It's
was
gonna
beautiful.
make you go like this. That's why he.
Yeah.
That's all I want. When that happens,
Okay.
all I want you to do is text me and go, yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right. So I got homework now.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So my next one, which I'm sure you can probably understand, is gonna be Doctor Strange.
Yes, and that's
In the
on my
madness of-
list.
In the multiverse
No, that's on
of
the-
madness.
Woo.
You already know,
Say,
dude.
bro.
You
Say,
already
bro.
know.
One day in this bitch too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
man. Hey,
man.
look, man.
That movie, I can't wait. I cannot
Evil?
wait.
Evil
Doctor Strange
Come on, man.
and the Scarlet Witch.
Bruh.
I gotta give Marvel credit for one thing. I was never a huge fan of Scarlet Witch
Right.
back in the day.
Right.
Like I remember
They
when
probably
she
liked it that much.
when she did, you know, the whole what was it with Magneto when he took over the world?
Oh, yeah. What was the name of that storyline?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Dang it,
I know what
how
you're
is
talking
that
about.
escaping me right
Right. Not House of M.
No, it
It
was.
was House of M.
It was House of M. Thank you,
Right.
thank
House
you.
of M.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you. That whole series, like, of course, when she did that, I got interested in, and if
Such a dope story.
yes, it is a very dope story.
God.
If anybody is even if you just go on YouTube and look up videos about comic books, if you don't actually want to go back and read the comic books, look up the story of the House of M. That's one of Scarlet Witch's finest moments in the original Marvel universe. Man, you'll enjoy it. But
when she made Magneto kiss his pants, I'm like,
for real.
I was never a huge fan of Scarlet Witch, but when Marvel, the MCU, is making me like her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan now.
After WandaVision, and then knowing that she was looking, even at just the bits in the trailer, seeing her in this upcoming movie, dude, I'm like, let's see what this heifer's gonna do.
And she's always, in the comic book, she's always been extremely powerful.
Right.
Like, extremely powerful, like on a whole nother level. Like her and Jean Grey got like the same type of power level and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's Omega level. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, damn, she rewrote all of reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That, huh?
Right.
What?
Right.
And convinced her, like, the whole thing with her kids, man. That thing is just that storyline just in and of itself is crazy. She just made some kids.
Dog.
She made her own reality.
Oh, you know, just made out of some crystals, right?
Right. Just hey,
bruh,
I want a family.
Right, man.
And I make me some vision.
Look, talk about some manifestation. Niggas say I manifest my own reality.
Right.
No, that bitch.
Right.
Manifested her own reality.
For real.
Shoot.
Oh man.
But yeah, the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, man.
Do you know how that story started? Like the origin of that story, like the crystals and where they came from and all of that.
In the comic book or in
the comic book?
No.
Okay, so there was this really powerful evil dude, right?
Okay.
And I forgot something defeated him, and it separated his power or whatever into these crystals.
Okay.
And scattered them or something like that, right? She found like 3 of the crystals, and she created her kids with them. So, I forget who it was, but somebody resurrected some guy and had that guy, imbued him with powers, and told him to go find the crystals. And if he brought back the crystals, and the person who hired him, of course, was the soul of the person who's trapped in the
fragmented
powers trapped, right? So he was like, go bring me that. That'll make me back into such and such, and I have enough power to grant you this, right? So he convinced him to do it. He went out, tried to do it. I think he was semi-successful.
Okay.
And the person who, he gained back most of his powers or whatever, and she came after him, and it was rough, man. Like, it's been a really long time since I read it, but it's so interesting.
Okay.
You gotta check that story out.
Okay.
Man. Yeah, please go back. Man, if y'all are comic book fans, go read that story. And I may have some of the facts a little twisted, because like I said, it's been a long time, but check that out, man.
Just as a side note for anybody who's watching and might be interested, there is a channel on YouTube called Comics Explained. And the cat who runs that channel, I can't think of his name at the moment, but if you ever just want to like get a kind of a crash course into like some of the history of certain comic book characters,
watch that show.
He has really informative, really
detailed,
good at summarizing complicated stories and making it easy to kind of follow along with. If you ever want to understand some of the differences in between the comic books and what happens in the movies and how some of those stories are different, good resource to check out and do some research on maybe some comic book characters. He a lot of times will have his videos broken down by characters or even certain storylines, like we were talking about the House of M. So those kind of things you can actually look up on his channel and check him out. It's called Comics Explained. Shout out to Comics Explained.
Yeah, because it's been a minute. Like, I forgot about this, and then he brought. Oh yeah, that's this. All that. Yeah.
So who's it on
It's on you because I did Doctor Strange.
Okay. So this one I'm pretty sure we probably got together. Probably both got too, man.
Okay.
The Batman.
No, I don't have it. I didn't put it. That was another one I didn't put on my list because I knew you'd get it though.
Yeah.
I knew you'd get it, but yeah.
See, first of all, I am the hugest Batman. I'm one of the hugest Batman fans in the world.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Like Wolverine for Marvel and Batman for DC. That all day long, my favorite heroes, bar none.
Right.
So, one thing I like about now, I will say, when I found out that Robert Pattinson was playing Batman,
I know.
I was really, really disappointed.
Yeah.
I did a little research and I found out he's like a classically trained actor or something. You know, he's a classically trained actor, so he's supposed to be really good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I said, if you're good, then you can pull it off. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt now.
I had reservations, major reservations when they said Heath Ledger was playing the Joker.
Right.
And see how that turned out.
And that turned out to be one of the best Jokers ever.
I'm totally willing to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. The Batman movies haven't disappointed me.
Right.
Like,
well, the first three. I don't want to discuss. I'm like, see,
wait, which?
The first three the ones in the 80s.
No. We only talking about. Only talking about
the trilogy.
See, I want to make that
the Dark
clear.
Knight series.
I want to make that clear the same way you made clear about the X-Men movie.
Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not going back to the bad dance days. Yeah, we ain't going back.
Yeah,
we those. Now, don't get me wrong.
Kristen Bell Batman is what we're discussing.
Now, at the time when those movies came out, I enjoyed them.
I didn't. I never did. That's the thing.
But we've talked about you and the campiness.
The only thing that I did enjoy was the Joker when Jack Nicholson played him.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
Out of those movies,
I will not front.
Out of those movies, that first one was the best.
Yeah.
That was definitely a case where they went downhill from there. You know. But that Michael Keaton actually made a decent Batman.
He made a decent Bruce
He made
Wayne.
a better Batman. I'll say he made a better Batman.
I mean, he was a better Bruce Wayne.
Maybe I'm just biased.
Considering that up until that point, when it came to live action Batman, all we had was the 1960s.
Yeah.
You know, show Adam West.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He was a huge improvement over that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
that most definitely.
And Adam West, you know, hey, God bless him, man. You know, he did his thing. He played the role he was given.
Yeah.
You know, and it got him some notoriety for it. Hey, hats off to you.
But you know what? I gotta be honest though. I did like that.
Yeah,
I love that, and I'm the one that now hates all of the quirky, campy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I was in love with that because I was a Batman fan and I was young.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Right.
You were a kid.
I was drunk. But once Frank Miller hit the scene, it was over with. I didn't want to see that no more.
It was like, wait a minute, Batman could be serious?
Right. And that serious Batman went from I like Batman to this is my nigga, right? Man. Frank Miller, man.
Yeah, for the win.
He made Batman. If it wasn't for him, Batman would not be the hero that he is.
He gave today. Batman grit. You know what I'm saying? He gave Batman some darkness, and that's what the character needed to really. I mean, come on, you Batman. You a creature of the night,
man.
But
yeah, man. I was not feeling those three Batman movies, but when these last three came along, I was loving them.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. So let's see, whose turn is it? I said Batman.
Yeah. So it's on me now.
Yes.
So my last one for my required list is Moon Knight.
Moon
Knight. Yes.
I didn't put that one on the list, dog.
But
Yes.
dude. Because, dude,
Yes.
okay. Now,
Yes.
I admit, I was never a big fan of Moon Knight in the comic books.
You have to explain a little bit of who,
Right,
for those who.
So Moon Knight is basically, he's a guy who has a dissociative disorder. So it's kind of like a split personality. And his two personalities, it was Stephen Grant and Mark Spector. And so Stephen Grant is like your regular everyday guy. He's got some issues and problems and things like that. But then Mark Spector is like an adventurer. He like does shit. And basically somehow or another, this guy winds up being chosen by this ancient Egyptian god. I think it's I can't think of it. I can't remember his name now. Of course, this is all made up. It's not a real god, but he gets chosen by this god, and this god is a god of the moon, and he gives him special abilities and things that he can do in order to be able to fight in his name. And he kills people. I mean, he's not like, he's not a goody two shoes.
Right.
Like, I don't kill. He's not Batman. No, he hunts in the night and he will take you out.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
And the trailer, they got your boy playing the main character.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either. But you're looking it up. You know what? That was a good choice, man.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been in a lot of things too. He's a very, very good actor. So you get a chance, check that out. The trailer alone, if nothing else, will lure you in because the way they are portraying his mental illness in that movie reminds me of Fight Club back in the day. How you didn't realize, how you got that real disconnected sense between the characters' two different sides.
Right.
And so from what I could see in the trailer, it really looked like they're leaning into that part of the story, and I find stories like that really fascinating.
That's why we're gonna love the Joker even more.
Yes. Please watch that movie.
Okay.
I guarantee
I'm
you,
Team
you're gonna
Marvel,
come back to
but
me,
that one got me.
and you either gonna give me a dap, a handshake, or a hug. I'm telling you, dog, it's that good, my brother. I'm telling you,
John,
dog.
I'm Team Marvel all the way.
Right,
But when I
okay.
saw that,
Yeah, man.
hand clap.
Hey, it's that good, dog. It's that good.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Actually, Batman was on my reserve. That was on my backup. Yeah, that was my backup. So we actually covered both my backups.
All right. My last one
Okay.
is Black Adam.
That's with The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually do kind of want to see that.
See, this is why I want to see it.
Isn't Black Adam a villain though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's a
He
villain.
kills people.
He's a villain, but at times in the comic books,
He's an anti.
he can be an anti-hero.
Okay.
So, but more on the lines of like, he's a villain like Sinestro. So he's not as good of an anti-villain as say, who's another anti-villain that's
Wolverine.
well, yeah, of course, but he's always on the good side.
Yeah.
He makes some fucked up choices. He do some crazy shit. But now some people are anti Dr. Doom, for example.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Dr. Doom, he does what he does because he really thinks that what he's doing is benevolent. It's the right thing
to do.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
the hero in his story. Yeah.
Magneto.
Right.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
those who don't know Black Adam, can you give a little explanation of the character?
Well, Black Adam is like Shazam, or if you know him better by Captain America. I mean,
Captain America. Just
Captain America, by Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain
Right.
Marvel.
So on the DC side, Captain Marvel and Shazam were the same person. Okay, so don't get that mixed up. Which is why DC and Marvel, they had this whole big old thing about Captain Marvel, so they had to go back, and DC had to go back and change the name to something else, so they started calling him Shazam. Okay. So Shazam and Black Adam, they're opposites. They're the enemies. They're the antagonists of each other, pretty much.
Okay.
Now, Black Adam had the powers before Shazam. I won't get into all of the specifics, and he kind of went astray with it. You know, not
so
how,
they basically have the same powers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They have the same powers, but he was bestowed with the powers way before the guy who is Shazam
Almost like
now.
Egyptian.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he went awry. So, you know, the wizard Shazam, who granted them their powers, he found somebody to basically replace him. So he bestowed those powers on the next person, and there you have the basis of the conflict.
Okay.
So we're just gonna leave it like that. I don't want to give too much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But The Rock said he's like, this part is made for me.
Because I mean, he fits it.
Yeah.
He does. He fits it. He fits it.
2 minutes.
He fits it, man. So that Black Adam, man, I think y'all should go check that out. They're almost as powerful as like Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're on par with that kind of power.
Exactly.
So is Shazam gonna be in the Black Adam movie, or is this just like the Black Adam?
That I don't know. I doubt it. I don't
this
think
is gonna be
Shazam
this
is
is gonna
going
be
to
a
be in the
standalone.
first Black Adam movie.
Okay.
But that was my whole point, what I was finna say in the beginning, because Black Adam is not a movie that you can make kiddie and jolly and, you know, with all
It's
the
not
jokes
gonna
and
be,
shit.
yeah.
Right.
That's
For
true.
anybody out there that listens, that you know, knows comic books, he's a serious character, serious villain like Sinestro. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't
no
make
kidding.
a movie about Sinestro.
You can make Lex
and
Luthor
joke.
kind of silly and campy, but
right. And
can't make
that's
Black Adam
slightly, if
Yeah.
it's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but definitely. I can't wait to see it, man.
I think
can't
it'll be
wait to see it. I think
interesting.
because this is dark, and you know I love the dark shit.
I'm a fan of The Rock. You know, that's my dude. He makes some, as far as action, you can't take nothing away from him. And even recently, you know, well, I won't even say recently, but he's stretched out a little bit and done some different things as far as acting. So I applaud the brother. I'm glad he found a way to not only get in on this comic book movie money,
Right.
but he found such a well-fitted character. I mean, even though the movie itself sucked, that's like Ryan Reynolds and Green Lantern.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I mean, well, Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool is an even better example.
Exactly.
You know, because
Ryan Reynolds and Green Lantern, I was just about to say that was the wrong choice. I knew that when I saw it.
Even Ryan Reynolds like, what the hell did I agree to?
Because he's nothing. He's not like that, dog.
See, I don't know anything about the comic version.
Green Lantern is not like Hal Jordan is not like that.
Mm.
And actually, I found out something about before we leave out about Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I found out that I have to find the comic, but there's in a comic where they kind of related to Deadpool as far as the way he looks. It was like it was a mix between Ryan Reynolds and some type of dog. I think it was like a
Oh yeah, I remember hearing something about that in the comic book.
and then he read it and it's like, and then he started reading the character about Deadpool, and he's like, from that point on, and
because he's perfect for Deadpool.
But that's how he became
Deadpool
a fan of
in
Deadpool.
Every movie he plays in, he's the same character pretty much.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he's playing a serious role, and then you can even see a hint of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a perfect match for him. It was like, oh hell yeah.
He's as far as acting goes, he's like Keanu Reeves to me. He's the same character in every movie. It just like slight little tweaks.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's sad.
Right.
Sometimes he's a little more serious, and then he becomes like an asshole. And sometimes he's full on Ryan Reynolds and he's funny.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So,
Deadpool.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, man.
But this probably gonna end this session. So, any shout outs or anything before we go out? Or we just gonna leave it out?
Man, shit, shout outs to Mondays and Wednesdays.
And remember to watch.
Check out the Daily Smoke live broadcast here on YouTube Mondays and Wednesdays. And then we're gonna have these shows come out, the smoke sessions, on Tuesdays and Thursdays for y'all. Right. So either way, we're gonna have you covered as far as, you know, putting out content that we hope y'all enjoy. Like I said, give us some feedback in the comments. We would definitely love to hear from y'all and see what y'all might like us to talk about. Let us know what you think. But hopefully, you know, we got plenty more good stuff for y'all.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We're gonna keep it coming. So
yeah, man, and we, you know, we got some things coming up. I hope at some point we'll have some like collectors. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
comic book collectors. You know, anime collectors, figure collectors, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. People watching, man. So if y'all know anybody like that, please pass the word.
And if you're an artist and you creating comics, or you know, you working on animation or anything like that, holler at us. We would definitely love to have you on the show.
Love to have you on the show. Your information up, you know what I'm saying, get you heard from our audience. Yeah, definitely that. So
and
go ahead.
Check us out on dailysmoke.com.
Right.
A lot of information as far as how to reach us, and even if you got show ideas or anything like that, or any type of collaborations, check out the website and holler at us. We'd love to hear from you.
Most definitely, yeah. So thedailysmoke.com. Please, y'all go there.
And some merch.
From there, you can go to every one of our social medias. You can also go to here. It'll bring you here to the YouTube page, and it'll also go to our merchandise page. So please, y'all, go to the website, tap in, see what we got going on there, and go to that. Go get some merchandise, man. We got clothes, we got stuff for you to drink out of, all kind of stuff, man. Coffee mugs. I know everybody can use a good coffee mug. You know what I'm saying?
And it's cold outside, so go and get your Daily Smoke.
Yeah, right. And we're in the middle of winter, man. So go get y'all the Daily Smoke hoodie. You know what I'm saying? We got all of that. But yeah, go check it out, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Daily Smoke sessions will be hitting y'all off with new content. So please tap in for everything. The live shows, everything, man. So we love y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. We always have a good time, man. This is session 3. And we are out. I am your boy, Big Ruck.
Brother Jam.
I'm your boy, Bishop.
And we are the Daily Smoke Sessions, and we are out.